Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you the latest in our color study series. This one, the Triadic color harmony. It's the fourth in the 7-part series. If you missed earlier sessions, you can refer back to our website, flowerschool.com, and find the complete series. The Triadic color harmony is a favorite of artists. It allows such vibrant contrast, and the richness of the color can show through. The most common triad that you're probably familiar with would be your pink, yellow, blue. When you're choosing a triad, you look at your color wheel, and you pick a key color, for example, yellow. And then you pick 2 more colors, equally spaced around the wheel, so that you form a triangle. That's the name triad. So yellow, blue, red is the most common triad. Pink being a tint of red, but don't stop there. There's so much more. You could do orange, pick 3 colors equally spaced, green and violet. You have another triad. But you don't have to stop there. Any color on the wheel, as long as you pick a color, go equally spaced all the way across, all the way around, form your triangle, you have a triad. So much fun. But sometimes you go, what's wrong with this color harmony? Maybe you have yellow and red or pink together and you think, this just isn't quite finished. What's wrong with this? Take out your color wheel and you go, oh, yellow and red is only 2/3 of the triad. If I add the blue, now I have a perfect triad. Let's start with the classic primary triad of red, yellow, blue. Now, in doing this, I'm going to work with a tint of the red into a pink, and then I have the yellow from acacia, and then for the blue, I'm going to use iris. And as you know, flowers don't come in a real great blue. Our blues tend to go to lavenders or to greens. There's so much variation. Mother Nature provides us with this broad spectrum of color. And as florists, the iris is about as blue as it gets. And if you think about these, they have different variations of tints, tones, and shades, even within the same blue. And you could look and say, well, it's kind of purple, and it is kind of purple, but it's also kind of blue, and it varies back and forth. And that's one thing you'll want to do when you look at the wheel, is think about, okay, I'm picking blue, and it's leaning a little bit to the blue-violet, so maybe I want to take my red and scoot it a tiny bit towards the reddish-orange, and my yellow a little bit to the yellow-green, and then I'll have a triad. And that's the game we get to play with Mother Nature, trying to make flowers, which are so unique, match the color wheel, which is so perfect. So that's a little tricky. To do this triad, I'm going to start with my blue iris and hold them all together, just clustered. Then, taking the pink and nestle them in amongst the petals, and just winding it around, in and out, and then coming back with the yellow and nestling that into the petals as well, giving a big dramatic variation in the color. 3 colors, equally spaced around the color wheel, gives me a primary color triad. I love to work with the triad using the secondary color harmonies, the orange, the green, and the violet. And for this one, I picked some beautiful orange ranunculus. They're just starting to open. And I'm going to cluster them tightly around. I'm going to shorten them. I don't need quite so much stem length, and their stems are so crooked, it'll make it a little easier. Then, jumping around the color wheel to the violet, and nestling it amongst the heads. Pulling him up a little more so he'll stay showing. Then going back and adding the green. Got some beautiful Brasilia. And also some gorgeous super green Trachelium. And framing all the way around. Orange, violet, and green. A secondary triad. The Triadic color harmony is one of my favorites. I use it frequently in my own home. It just looks so happy and so vibrant. The contrast in colors shouts out happiness. Now, one hint that I share with all of our students at the Floral Design Institute is that the Triadic color harmony is a little less forgiving. Since the colors are so far apart on the wheel, any error in your placement will shout out. And if you mix the colors equally, so you had exactly equal of the orange and equal of the green and equal of the violet, it can look just busy. So you'll notice here how I used a smaller amount of orange, then a little more of the violet, and then a lot of the green to give the eye a resting point. When you look at this one, it does look busy. It's almost equal on the blue, the yellow, and the pink. So that's your hint for the day when you work with a Triadic color harmony. Pick one color and use most of that, and then a little less of the other two. Now it's your turn. Gather up some flowers, create a way. If you need more inspiration or if you have questions, you can always contact us. Use the website, flowerschool.com. Use the telephone, 1-800-819-8089. Or use the email system. With my personal email is Leanne, Leanne, @floraldesigninstitute.com. Have a lot of fun with the Triad and do something you love.